Hey everybody, welcome back to Freeze Frame episode 79, the show where we stop and take a moment to give you all the best in and all the news and the heavily talked about news of the week having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. I'm your host today, Ryder Maldonado, joined as always by the one and only Vincent DeSantis.
Ryder, I have no excuse today, but you're running probably on like low hours of sleep since D23 all weekend.
Yeah,
so I have no excuse to be tired.
No, I mean it's okay. Well, we're all tired here. It's an early morning, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot this weekend. There's a lot going on, and we're feeling it. But we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, so kind of excited about that. Ladies and gents, we just got back from D23, so if you're just hopping in, welcome into the channel, welcome to the podcast. Feel free to give us a review on audio platforms. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know how we can improve. That always helps us out. Be sure to hop into our TikTok. We'll be having some TikTok updates come very soon, as well as all of our social media, especially Twitter. If you have Twitter, we have Twitter. Yep. Even our personal Twitter. Check us out. And of course, lots of videos on the channel. Vince has a reaction on Jedi Tales, right?
Tales of the Jedi.
Thanks. And then we have some reaction stuff for Secret Invasion and Mandalorian Season 3. And some other fun stuff coming.
Cap and Black Panther game as well.
Yeah, that's right. Lots of cool stuff to highlight. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, and we can kind of go over everything. But Vince,
well, I mean, one thing too before we get into it is we have the entire D23 live stream up on our channel. Now, there is no official live stream, so don't get your hopes up when you click it and it's not a real live stream. But it is our live stream of Ryder. You were there sending us all the information, and we were kind of relaying it back, and it was super fun. It was a great time. So if you want to see, basically, it's our reaction to the live announcements for the entire panel with a bunch of other people that were hopping in, sending links in, trying to check things out. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, I was kind of hopping in, and I was excited for you watching. I was like, oh man, it looks like a fun time. And I was doing my best to live tweet. So, if you guys want to check out our Twitter, because I was like, posting photos and freaking out, but we'll get into that later.
And of course, the one that blew up, Sebastian Stan fan accounts, of course.
Yeah, we gotta post a Sebastian Stan. I mean, my gosh, that guy. I got him doing a video of him just going like, "These are my people," and I was like, "Oh, gotta post that."
Yep,
They're great.
People loved it. People loved it.
I guess we can start off. My bad. You can take us away.
Yeah, let's get into this quote.
Okay, well, in the theme of last week, that we're riding off the high of Brendan Fraser, so I thought we'd get a quote. This is from The Mummy.
Yep. And now, if you don't know, if it's your first time listening to the podcast, we start the episode with last week's quote of the week. We have you guess, and then this week we'll say it, and then at the end of this episode we'll have another quote to say, and then you can hop in our Discord. We have a little channel. You can guess the title of the movie in that Discord channel, and then you'll find out the following week. It's a lot of fun. It's a good one.
Absolutely. We don't have to read it, right? We can just move on.
Yeah. The last week's quote was from The Mummy.
Yeah, cool. All right, I put here, I don't know if you want to talk House of Dragon Rings of Power. Every week, I don't know if you want to.
Did you watch House of Dragon last night?
I did watch it last night. Have you got?
Good God!
Oh man! Oh
wow! I don't want to spoil it, I guess, yet, or should I? Don't really know.
I guess for our listeners, I mean, are you guys? Let us know. But I guess we'll get into spoilers, and if we hear some stuff about, you spoiled it.
Yeah. Okay.
Then maybe we won't.
Here we go. We're gonna spoil House of Dragon and Ring of Power for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like literally not a long time. So if you skipped the podcast 5 minutes, if you're able to do that now, because we're going to spoil it. House of Dragon, this was the spiciest episode yet. Good God. Oh my gosh. There was a lot going on.
It was a very seductive episode. Even how they were shooting it, I was like, this is very much like, man, this is like you're falling into temptation. That's all this was, right?
They wanted to make you like the incest.
Yeah. It was weird because I was like, I get they have a great relationship, but that was, you have to remember, okay, uncle, niece, this is weird. Like,
it was
what's going
weird.
On? Yeah, because then, they're all in that weird house.
My guy, not my guy. I don't like Damon very much. Damon is like backs off, before the deed is done in the pleasure den is what they call it. And then she goes back and she's like, well, okay, who's available?
Dude,
Kristen, bro.
I was dying at that because she was like, well, you know what? I'll take what I want. Kristen, come here. And I'm like, wow, using Kristen like that? Jeez, okay.
And Kristen, he's kind of into it. And he's going to get his heart broke, bro. He's going to get his heart broke. Rhaenyra, I don't know if I like Rhaenyra in this episode at all.
Yeah, she was a bit of she was naughty. She was a little naughty there. But because of
she was just mean to Alicent in this episode. She's mean to Otto, like throwing him under the bus. She was mean to everybody. I don't know.
I think they're setting up. They might be setting up the foil between her and Alicent because I don't know if you watched the teases for next week. Like,
no, don't tell me. I don't watch
tell
the
that. I
teases.
won't talk about that. But like you could see like the king, he's slowly getting sicker with like his
his grayscale.
Is he getting the grayscale right and the early?
I don't know if it's grayscale, but he's getting pricked by the throne. The throne is every time he sits on the throne, it nicks him because he's not worthy.
Oh my gosh! And that's what's getting him.
Yeah. Do you remember in episode 1, he sits down, he puts his hand on it, and it nicks his.
Getting him sick.
Yeah. All the things on his back are from the Iron Throne because he's not worthy of it.
Oh, isn't that crazy? Right. His fingers were cut because he cut his finger. Oh, and probably what's on those swords, maybe because they're like they fought dragons or something, or
sure. But I mean,
old swords.
Regardless, it's like.
It's an
analogy. The throne knows he's not. Yeah, it's an analogy. I don't know. Yeah, what it's from.
What? That is insane.
It's good.
It's more setup for Song of Ice and Fire. I keep thinking this is about Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen, right? About him.
Yeah, but it's too early. It's too early for that.
But yeah, I know we're not gonna see him at all or anything. But I feel like wow, they keep talking about this prince, this boy born from my blood. It's Aegon Targaryen, the Conqueror, and then Aegon Targaryen. Jon Snow, they're the same. Yeah, so I thought that was cool, but
it's very interesting. I don't know what to expect, but this episode was good. I think episode 3 was better in my opinion. With Daemon, storming the beaches, and then you have the whole hunt episode. Dude, the hunt episode was so good with the white deer thing that they're trying to hunt, and they can only find the brown deer, like the king, and then the white deer just shows up to Rhaenyra and Kristen. You're like, oh my god, like this is so good. This is so good.
Yeah. I thought it was cool, and then the blood on them both. Fantastic episode. We'll talk more about it next week. I guess. Yeah. Let us know what y'all think. But Rings of Power. I don't know.
Hey, after next week's House of Dragon, let's record a mid-season wrap up because that's like that would be 5 episodes. We should record up. So there's a lot to talk about.
I think that's when they're like the switch too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that is when they're switching. So I think it'd be sweet. Rings of Power. Did you watch the latest Rings of Power?
I did. Yeah, I did. It was funny because as I was watching it, I don't know. I think we talked about the theory about that guy being Sauron. The guy that Galadriel's teamed up with, and I was watching this and I was like, oh, I can fall into this theory more and more.
Sure.
But I don't think but I think he's probably a badder dude because of we see kind of the darkness
evil
within
side of him.
Yeah, there's an evil in him, right? So that's interesting, very interesting. We get more of the kind of I'm gonna just say hobbits and Harfoots.
The
Harfoots. So we get more in depth about them, about kind of the struggles going on with the main little Harfoot and her community about trying to help out this mysterious dude. And I found that I found it sad and kind of frustrating, but mostly I was like, I just felt bad for them, what they're going through.
It was the most compelling episode with the Harfoots. I feel like I wasn't connected with the Harfoots at all for the first couple episodes. I was just kind of watching it, but this one I was like, that is. Like they were explaining the struggles, like of leaving people behind, and they just have to keep going and stuff. Like I thought that was good. I thought that was really good. But the real standout to me was the orc labor camp thing with the elves, the captured elves, and they just won't cut down the tree. And you look out, and there's no trees anywhere. And it's this dog. I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta.
It's okay. No, I know what you're talking about. There was that beautiful tree, and then they do a slow motion about. I know, there's a lot of build up to it, but the guy's like, "I'll do it," and he shing one chop at it, and it was like, "Oh, it hurt. It hurt to see that."
It's not even like the tree really like means anything to the elf. When you look around, there's no trees, and a tree is like always a symbol of like life and hope, and So by them cutting that down, it's like they're giving up on themselves by doing that almost. It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
That's good. Yeah. We also got Galadriel is there's a little relationship between Galadriel and kind of the I guess the general of the new town, Nidavellir, or whatever. The captain, yeah. And that kind of dynamic is pretty interesting because he's like, I have 2 kids, they want to run away and they want to do it fast, and I see that in you. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, just leave me be or let me go. And so I feel like there'll be kind of a friendship there, which, we'll build maybe.
My guess is that since Galadriel has to get exiled and go back to Middle-earth, they have to send her back to Middle-earth, but they need someone to sail that ship. So they're just going to she's going to force the captain to, since the captain's relatives love elves, I guess, or something like that.
And
so that'll be interesting to see.
The inclusion of, I saw the little boy, the boy that was kind of training to become a seaman, I guess you could say, like a seaman.
Oh yeah.
I saw he's the ancestor of Aragorn. He's the great grand like times 37 of Aragorn. Isn't that crazy? I had no idea. And I was like, cool. Whoa, this is cool. So there's some build up there. Stuff is gonna happen with him, but it's cool. These connections, all these families are everywhere.
I really like it. I think it was interesting for House of Dragon. I was like really looking forward to the next episode, and Rings of Power kind of fell off my radar this week until I watched it. Then I was like, damn, that was really good. That was the best episode. Yeah, for sure.
Ending, it ends on a good note. It's like boom. And like, ooh.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see more Rings of Power. But yeah, a lot of good fantasy stuff happening right now.
Yep.
I love it.
I'm enjoying it too. All right, guess we can move on. So D23, a little D23 happened, and they released
just a little thing.
They just released a little bit of news, not too much. We only have 3 pages filled with announcements here. Okay.
Do you have every single announcement on here? Oh my god. Okay.
I have some of it.
Let's do
there's still more. Avatar footage was shown. That's kind of how they ended off the panel. I just wanted to say it felt like, how you're watching something really smooth, like 60 frames. It felt like I was watching something in 120 frames at
interesting.
Not 4K, I will say 8K. It was the most crisp and smooth thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I was 200 feet away from a screen.
Yeah.
And the 3D was the best 3D I've ever experienced. And I don't know if I've told you, but if you know me, I hate 3D because it gives me a headache and it never looks good. I put on those glasses. The screen looked like we were looking into a box, and there were layers. You could see multiple layers of character, fish, water, like a plant. Like you could see the layers so clearly, like you're looking into a box. It did not look 2-dimensional at all, and I was blown away. I was blown away by how it looked.
Are you gonna go to the theater and see it in 3D, or are you gonna go to the theater and see it regular?
If they do like a Dolby IMAX, I want to see 3D. 100%. It was amazing. Wow. And I could tell that they filmed on 3D. As for the story, though, I mean, the story is like, okay, I know this story. I know how this goes.
Yeah. Okay.
The cast came out. The Colonel returns, and he had a quote. He was like, "You can't keep a good Marine down. He regrouped in hell." And I was like,
he regrouped in hell.
He was an avatar in this, and they show a little clip. Natiri shoots an arrow at one of these guys, and the Colonel's there, and he looks at the arrow. He's like, "Miss Sully, is that you? I recognize your calling card." I was dying. God. I was like, this is funny, man. It's good.
It's just odd.
But
it's just odd.
Yeah, lots of scenes, but
cool.
Visually, just oh my gosh, the most amazing thing I've seen.
I wish I was like interested in the Avatar franchise. Like, I'm not even interested in it. The storyline. I'm just interested in the tech that they use because that's cool.
I'm with you. I agree.
All right, let's jump into Disney news at D23. We're going to break it up into Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars, the 3 kind of pillars of D23 this year. So let's get into all the Disney stuff. This was all the announcements that were on Friday this week, I believe. Most of them were on Friday.
Yeah, feel free to read through just some of them. Like
let me read through a couple, and then if we have any discussion points on some of them. So the Sanderson sisters descend onto Salem in the new trailer for Hocus Pocus 2. Another franchise could care less about. Do you like Hocus Pocus?
Classic. It's coming out during Halloween, so I'm here for the spooky vibes.
Okay, sure. Yeah. But there's another spooky vibe thing coming out in October that we'll get to later that I am pretty excited about.
Yeah.
We got a new poster for Disenchanted 2 with a trailer showcasing a sinister twist to Amy Adams' character of Giselle, whatever. Did you watch the trailer for Disenchanted 2?
Yeah, it looks great. I'm a big fan of the first one. Big fan.
I love Disenchanted.
It's great.
I love Enchanted.
Mm-hmm. And it does look a little more like, I feel like it doesn't have that magic as the first, but
100%, dude, right? Totally missing the magic of the first. I watched the trailer and I was like, yeah,
like it's close, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm a little worried, but
the first one really felt like, fish out of water. Like she's in this new town, she's trying to figure it out, and you're like, I love that. And then she's using the magic stuff, and people around her are like, wait, what the heck's going on? Like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's cute, it's fun. This one looks like the magic of the fish out of water character is not there. It's just this character, like, oh, I hope you like this character because it's just a regular movie with a new villain,
I will say
it doesn't have that other element.
No, I'm with you. And so what they do with the first to kind of make that twist, they do a different twist for the second one, and it makes for like, okay, something new. But
okay.
Yeah.
But did you watch it?
The film? Well, can we say? Yes. Disenchanted 2 has been seen.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I thought a while ago. But
okay.
We'll talk about it. We'll have to review
that's under wraps. Yeah. That's under wraps. Okay. That's exclusive for podcasters. Okay. Anyways, The first Peter Pan and Wendy poster sails off to Netherland, Neverland, not Netherland, Neverland, of course, starring Alexander Maloney, Ever Anderson, Jude Law, Alan Tudyk, and Jim Gaffigan. Oh, Jim Gaffigan, who's he playing?
Not sure. You were telling me about this when the poster dropped. So there was another panel happening Friday that I unfortunately missed, but this is who is the director of this again? You had told me.
This is David. Oh my God, David Lowery. Yeah, David Lowery.
Oh, nice.
Who did The Green Knight and Ghost Story and like very like adult movies.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But the themes on all of his movies are like really strong, and so I feel like obviously this is a movie made for, kids for the most part, But I'm hoping he's able to like capture those big themes and bring them into Peter Pan, because Peter Pan has a lot of stuff that it can do,
100%.
So I'm excited to see a trailer to see what this is. Like my expectations are not that we're gonna get like a green level knight, a green knight.
Green knight, imagine. Kids are like, I don't understand this. I will say, I think Jim Gaffigan is playing Shmi, the assistant.
Oh,
to
that's
Captain
great
Hook.
casting.
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan's very funny. Very cool. Cool. All right, you hit me with the next couple.
We got a prequel to The Lion King, the live action remake they did, Mufasa. Yeah, it's just one of those things where, Disney, they do these live action remakes, and if they bomb, they think, hey, let's make another one. Or it's like, give us some different stuff. I wouldn't mind some different stuff. Like. Barry Jenkins is set to, direct this, coming 2024. I mean, Barry's phenomenal, so again, potential there. We get Snow White. Some footage was shown with that. Rachel Zegler is Snow White.
I keep forgetting she's going to play that.
I know, right? Crazy Disney princess. Gal Gadot is going to be the evil queen. Interesting casting. That's coming 2024. I saw this funny thing where they interviewed Gal Gadot and they were like, any potential hopes that you into the Marvel universe? And she looked at the camera and smiled, and I was like, what kind of question is that?
Who cares?
She's Wonder Woman. I'm like, there's no way she's coming to this.
This is like did you see that Brie Larson got asked like, oh, how long are you gonna be Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, does anybody even want me to play Captain Marvel or something like that? And I was like,
yeah, I have some notes, some thoughts, because I think Brie, like, from seeing her interviews, she's just like, she just answers that way. I think people are taking it too much out of context.
Yeah.
Take it from someone who's like not a fan. Well, I wouldn't say not a fan, but not like.
I like Brie Larson. I don't like Brie Larson's Captain Marvel very much.
Yeah, that's what I would say the same. But I feel like when it comes to her interviews, I think people just blow them out of proportion and just make her look bad. Like,
the interviewer, no, I don't think she looked bad, but the interviewer reacted so awkwardly too. I was like, oh, this is the worst interview I've ever seen in my life. It's so bad.
I do think she gets a lot of hate though.
Definitely she gets a lot of hate.
Little Mermaid, we got a first teaser, Little Mermaid, that's coming May 26, 2023. There was some comments about kind of the visuals of it. It looks apparently really stunning. The singers, Halle Berry, I think, is playing her. She looks great.
No. Who's Halle Berry playing?
Halle Berry, not Halle, not like Halle Berry.
Okay.
Her name is Halle Berry, I think.
Okay. I was like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like for example, like Flounders is said to be like just a real fish talking. So again, like it's hard to translate like animation to live action. So I get it, but the trailer's out and it looked kind of cool. I was like, okay, cool. We have a new look at a Pixar film, Elemental. This was teased a while back. Ember and Wade, voiced by Leah Lewis and Marmaduke Athey. This comes June 16th, 2023. It's about a couple, these two people that want to be with each other. One's fire, one's water. They can't touch each other. So what's that relationship like? How's that going to be?
Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet type beat.
Yep. And you can take these last bit.
We got Pixar's Win or Lose recruits Will Forte to the team as the voice of Coach Dan. Don't know anything about this series, Win or Lose. Do you know anything about this?
This is Pixar's first TV series. So it's
great.
Animated show, which is their first one ever.
Of course, because they're really pushing that on Disney Plus. That's what they want. So let's assume that this. I hope it's good. It's good.
Me too. Yeah.
New Pixar film, Elio will follow a boy who accidentally becomes Earth's intergalactic ambassador, arriving spring 2024. America Ferrera is playing Olga Solis and Jonas Kibrib as Elio.
Yeah, I saw some concept art for this. Looks cute. Okay. Aliens invade, and he has to be. He's the one that represents Earth when it's just some random kid. So I'm like, yep, aliens, love it.
Nice. Love that. And then Amy Poehler will bring joy once again in Inside Out 2, premiering summer 2024. Riley will be a teenager dealing with some new emotions. I'm sure this will be great. If it's even half as good as the first one, it'll be a good movie.
Oh, yeah, I need to watch the first one. Me and my mom were talking. I was like, I gotta watch it.
You've never watched Inside Out?
No, I know it's good, too.
Dude, it's great. It's one of the better Pixar ones. Like, probably top 5, top 3 maybe.
It's on my list.
I'll put that up there with Ratatouille. Not as high as Ratatouille, but
my gosh. Okay.
Top 5.
Dang. All right.
Real good. I mean, Bing Bong. Rest in peace, dude.
Yeah. Spoilers.
So
no, I'm
sad.
just kidding. I knew.
I knew you knew it. And finally, the first Percy Jackson series teaser is here.
I
Didn't watch that.
I haven't seen it yet, but man, online there is so much hype for this. Percy Jackson.
Lots of love for it. Yeah.
Lots of love for this. So I was like mind blown. It's kind of like Harry Potter, I guess, in its own way about the level of hype and love for these
fandom
that young people have. I gotta see the trailer. I mean, Walker Scobell is Percy. I mean, from what we've seen, he's already cool. He's a cool kid, good actor.
Yeah, he'll be funny. Yeah, it's funny. Even one of my friends, he works remotely, and a lot of his job is like on calls. He has to like call people and stuff. When people don't pick up and stuff, there's a little bit of waiting before they call back and stuff, and it's like a whole thing. So he's like, dude, I just busted into the Percy Jackson books again. This man's like 23 years old. He's like, I just wanted to. Like, I wanted to jump in. I was like, people love Percy Jackson.
Yep. I mean, it's a good mythology. You know, it's very well cool. known, and it's like a fun child take on it. Well, not a child take, but a young adult take on it, which is cool.
All right, let's jump into this clip. I'll intro you in, right? Ready?
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Indiana Jones 5 footage got revealed at D23, and Ryder, you were there. Tell us a little bit about the experience of being there and what you saw that we couldn't see.
Well, surprisingly, I got to say it was the most emotional bit of the entire Marvel, Star Wars, Lucasfilm panel. Harrison Ford comes out. Practically, he couldn't hold himself in. He was crying already. He was saying how much.
I saw a clip of that. So sad.
Yeah, it was wild to see. It made me emotional. He was talking about how much the role meant to him, and he said, I'm done with this film. I'm done falling for you guys, but this one, and he points over to his co-star, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and he says, this one right here is amazing. And he could barely hold himself in, but I mean, he talks high praise of Phoebe, as well as when James Mangold, the director, is out talking about what a dream it is doing this film. But we got some trailer footage. We got a trailer.
Yeah, okay. So at the panel, obviously you see the actors. You see James Mangold there hyping it up, talking it up. The theme song's playing. I'm about to throw some pictures up here of what the stage looks like. But tell us what you saw in the trailer that we were not allowed to see. That's what I want to know.
Well, I think when it comes to cinematography, this film looks gorgeous. It looks like the best of what Indiana Jones is. It has kind of the setup there is Indy. We see Dr. Jones. He's a professor. It's Harrison Ford. I will say Harrison looks so great in this. He looks so good,
which is awesome. Great to hear.
He looks like he can hold his own. He doesn't look as old as what you would think. Like he looks he looks good and in shape. For his age. Sure. Dr. Jones working as a professor, and we see the return of the character Sala with the red fez cap talking to Dr. Jones, saying, "I miss the sand." Like something like that.
That's totally how he talks. Yeah, you're right. You nailed it.
I miss the sand. And Dr. Jones saying, "That's behind me," or like, "I'm through with all that." Cut to action sequence after action sequence in the city, a car chase scene with Dr. Jones and Phoebe. They're on a car kind of fighting each other. Dr. Jones is on...
Indiana Jones is fighting Phoebe?
No. They're fighting together like goons or something. Guys on cars during... I think this takes place during the 70s, I want to say. It looks 70s era. Because I think, or maybe early, but late 60s, early 70s. He's on a horseback riding. Harrison Ford is horseback riding in this, and he's looking great in the city with a horseback, kind of going through. There was some montage of that. The coolest shot, there's a silhouette, kind of a wide angle side shot of a train going and a car behind the train driving up to it, and Harrison Ford is running on top of the train, like an old school train. It's the most like awesome set piece you can think of for a movie like this. And then we get looks at Cillian Murphy, the villain, in a full leather getup, thinking of like I think it was, I don't want to say Temple, no, not Temple of Doom. I think Last Crusade, the one where the skeleton where they kind of melt. He kind of looks like a character like that, full leather getup, like glasses.
We don't know the title of this movie yet. It's like there's going to be a subtitle. There's always a subtitle, and we don't know really what it's about, what he's trying to find, because I'm sure he's going to try to find something.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe a treasure out there. The speculation is that this character is actually his granddaughter, which I would, I mean, I guess the age, I mean, they could make that work.
Would it be Marion's daughter or something like that?
Well, no,
or Marion's
granddaughter. I guess they have
Marion's
a kid, and then I don't know how that girl. Yeah, depending on the age, I don't know, maybe daughter, but I don't. Okay. If there's no relation,
that's just a rumor. Yeah,
just a rumor. If there's no relation, I'd be happy about that. Let's see, we get the horseback riding. The last kind of shots are a slow pan close up into the hat and the whip, and then you see Dr. Jones. Probably the coolest thing ever of Indy. He's there whipping his whip in a kitchen. Well, in like kitchen, not a kitchen. Like a dining room.
Commercial kitchen?
A dining room.
Okay.
Dining room.
Yeah.
He's there whipping it like loud, right? Saying, "Get back!" And there's like 20 people there, all bad guys, kind of looking at him and like standing back. He's like, "Get back, you mothers," or whatever. He's like says a funny joke, and he's whipping real good. And everyone's kind of cheering at this point. And then 20 people pull out their guns and point it at him. And then he does this kind of like gesture, like, "Okay, yeah, I know what this is. Y'all brought guns to my whip fight." and then
does he?
And then he jumps out. He kind of like jumps out of the way, and like everyone like boom, 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 like shoots like at the window. And so it's kind of a funny
is like
tag.
Remember in Raiders of the Lost Ark when the guy's got the sword and he's doing this, and then Indiana Jones just pulls out a gun and shoots him?
Yeah, it was a joke callback to that. It was great.
Totally. Oh man, I'm so excited for this movie, man. I think James Mangold. I really hope he nails it. I'm glad that you said the footage looks good from what you saw.
I will say it looks very Spielberg. Like, you know how Spielberg shoots on film and kind of the light, how it like lots of light leaks and kind of just the visuals are just gorgeous. Man, I just can't talk highly. I can't talk any more highly of this. This was the best trailer of the whole panel for me. It was very emotional, very emotional.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
Oh, and also I will highlight the score. Like for the first half of the trailer was like a dun, 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 dun. It was like a slow orchestral of the theme, and then it ends with dun, 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 and like a full thing.
Of course, the full thing.
And I was just like, and then it just goes Indiana Jones as the title card.
I can't wait.
It's great.
Here's my homework, Ryder. I gotta buy these 4K re-releases of Indiana Jones and watch those because it's been a while. I haven't visited, Indiana Jones in a long time.
No, me too. Yeah, they're doing like an IMAX screening, I think. I gotta check that out.
Are they really?
Raiders, yeah.
Right now? Is it happening right now?
Yeah, right now at the Chinese theater, I see they're doing Raiders IMAX, like a restoration of it.
Oh, I would love they released the restoration, so that's so cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Nice. Yeah, but
okay, I gotta check that out.
Lots of exciting stuff for you to be excited for, and we'll be talking about it soon.
Yep. Guys, if you want to know more about Indiana Jones 5, you can stick right here with Strictly Casual. If you like the clip and want to listen to the whole episode, you got two options. Ryder. Number one, you can listen to the entire podcast for free on all audio platforms. You're just going to look up Strictly Casual Freeze Frame, and it'll be a little yellow box. It'll say Freeze Frame, a Strictly Casual podcast. Click that. We're the latest episode. This episode's probably titled D23 something or other because that's the big news. And if you want to listen to the whole video podcast and watch that here, you can become a member right here on Strictly Casual, and that'll get you access to all video podcasts, both with Freeze Frame and with Checkpoint. So stick right here with Strictly Casual. Sub down below. We love you guys. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Fantastic.
Let's jump into Marvel news, Ryder. What do we got?
Okay, so we got Ant-Man 2 trailer. I don't want to dive too deep into this because there's a lot. I will say Kang is terrifying. Jonathan Majors, amazing actor. He brings his all for this role. And the one line that I will highlight, he talks to Scott Lang. We saw a clip along with the trailer. The clip was Kang confronting Ant-Man while Cassie Lang was in a little prison of Kang's making. Kang says, "Something has been stolen from me, and you're the only one who can get that back." So where that leads, who knows? It could be Loki. Could be maybe Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Van Dyne. Anyways, but yeah, just Kang looks like he's gonna kill Ant-Man. It looks like that, and I
can't wait.
It looks wild. And then Cassie Lang is like always in prison a lot and getting herself in trouble. So that was kind of a cool kind of little twist there. We got
Cassie's in prison.
Well, she's in and out of jail. She's in and out being like being a bad person,
being a crook like her father.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Well, meanwhile, Ant-Man is all like a celebrity in the world, going to premieres and stuff like that. It's a funny opening. I think it's gonna be good.
Okay. I gotta rewatch Ant-Man and the Wasp because it's been I only saw that in theaters. I don't think I've seen it since.
And now there will be a necessary watch because we have Ghost returning in the Thunderbolts.
Good. Yeah. Nice.
We got the full cast for Thunderbolts announced. Of course, Valentina de Fontaine is going to be kind of the leader of this group. Then we have Yelena Belova. Florence Pugh sent in a video because she couldn't be there. She was like, I'm sorry I can't be there. And I was like,
She's
okay.
like, I'm at Don't Worry Darling, having the worst time of my life with Harry Styles, Chris Pine, and Olivia Wilde.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Dude, I know. That's probably what she was thinking. Ghost is coming back. Taskmaster. We also have, of course, Red Guardian, David Harbour, which I love the guy. So it's cool to have him back with his daughter. And then U.S. Agent, Wyatt Russell, and then, of course, Bucky Barnes. So I think all these members kind of want redemption, and I think that's why they joined this team. But Valentina is going to stir them astray. Make them bad. You know, make them do bad.
Is this a movie or is this a show?
This is a movie. Yeah, this is a movie, I think.
Thank God.
Yeah. This is a movie.
Way more into that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. I hope this is good. I like Yelena and Bucky a lot.
Yeah.
So I just hope they're not with the Thunderbolts forever. Like, I don't want to see them sectioned off so much. I want to see those two specifically, like, with our next batch of Avengers. You know, I want to see them in there. Yeah.
Yeah, when they talked about Captain America, you know, Feige was like, "There's no Avengers. There's no team out there." Right. Sam is like, "There needs to be a team." So I think Sam's gonna be the one to kind of unite everybody, and maybe
which is great.
Maybe Wong hops in there and says, "There's
Wongers, dude.
Yeah, Wongers. Yeah. Yeah, after that last episode. Okay, Incredible Hulk had an actor, Tim Blake Nelson, who we all thought was gonna be the leader. 14 years. That happened 14 years ago. He's coming back as the main villain for Captain America: New World Order. Pretty crazy. They brought him back, and he's finally the leader. Mm-hmm. I'll say this last one. Loki season 2 recruits a man familiar with the multiverse, K.Y. Kwan, which is the actor, of course, from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And Temple of Doom.
Performance of the Year. And Goonies. Amazing.
And Goonies. 3 bangers. Let me tell you, he hasn't been in a bad movie yet.
No. Yeah, dude.
Seriously.
What a career.
He's 3 for 3.
They showed some footage. He's kind of working at the TVA as kind of like a bookkeeper or like a surveyor. Like, they go to him and he's there like grabbing stuff like, "Okay, I got this for you," you know, and he's like getting like just, you know, working at the TVA. Sure. It's interesting. Okay. I will say, so they showed us lots of footage for Loki. The one highlight I will say though, Loki had like one of those batons, you know, and he's saying, "This is all not real," and then he puts it on the wall, and the wall's all TVA, and the wall like disintegrates, and it shows like 5 heads, and it's all Kang. It's all these heads of Kang, and it was like, oh my God, he's taking over everything.
Did they call it Loki season 2, or does it have a subtitle?
I didn't see no subtitle. They showed kind of S2. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, you could take the second half.
So we got Matt Shakman is confirmed to direct Fantastic Four, but there's no news on the film at D23. People were really upset. I know YouTube chat was like, "Oh, so lame," blah, blah, blah. And like, whatever, it's fine. Yeah. You'll live. Yeah. I mean, it'll come eventually.
Yeah, they'll share far in advance.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have Secret Invasion will lead John Cheadle's Armor Wars, which got a trailer that we did not see. Oh no, we got a trailer for Secret Invasion, but we did not get a trailer for Armor Wars. Did you see any of Armor Wars?
Nothing for Armor Wars, but we got a trailer for Ironheart. I forgot to put that.
Oh, that's crazy. Ironheart. Yeah, we didn't see that either.
Yeah, that was amazing. Riri Williams, she's building a suit.
How's the suit?
It's really cool. Like, she's kind of wearing so she's wearing like a jumpsuit under, right? So she's able to like get out of the suit and then walk around. She's caught up with like a gang, like a bad gang. So she's kind of like not on the like right track at first, which I think is good. Her friends are like making her do bad stuff when that's not what she wants to do. But she's a genius. She went to MIT, so she's smart, you know?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Interesting. And yeah, the Secret Invasion trailer was pretty good. Amelia Clark was in it, which was awesome. It was cool to see. It was,
the clip they showed, extension, was just, dives into it.
And then Werewolf by Night trailer promises a spooky time on October 7th. And this looks awesome. It looks really cool. Like a different, very, I don't know. What am I looking for here, Ryder? A different path than other things I've seen in the MCU. It looks fresh.
Yeah. Just something, a breath of fresh air.
Black and white, like 40s vibe going on. Yeah.
You had pointed out there was some TVA agents in there, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Spot on.
It sort of looks like. I don't really know for sure, but
I think it is. Which is
they got ripped into.
Also, I want to ask you, do you remember the shot of, it was kind of like the lower third, it was like a circle axe. It was like like an axe that kind of came in. It was like this like a battle axe. I want to say that's Blade. 100%.
You think Blade's in this?
Because he, when he pulls those things out, they're like circle, like half star battle axe.
Interesting.
It looked like
Okay.
that circle thing because it's like a weird axe that's shaped in a weird way. I was like, that looks like that could be Blade's axe.
Huh, okay. Well,
But,
yeah,
don't
that'd
let
be
me-
awesome. I don't really know if it's any recognizable characters in this. I think it's just gonna be
No,
people.
yeah, probably. Just cool.
Yeah, it's just cool.
All for it.
We got Anthony Ramos confirmed to be playing the Hood and Ironheart, but we already knew that based on leaked set photos and all that kind of stuff. And then the Marvels focuses on the three heroes. They kept trading places with each other every time they used their powers and must team up to fix their problems. I still haven't watched the last episode of Miss Marvel, but I guess that's like the twist, right? Is they keep switching places.
So they showed
that's what you were explaining last week.
They showed a longer trailer for the Marvels. This looks amazing. The whole family's returned. So kind of right off the bat.
Whose family?
So Kamala Khan's family is all back.
Family.
So whenever they use their powers, they're swapping places. All three of them, they keep swapping. So Monica Rambeau was in space with Nick Fury, and then she uses her powers, and all of a sudden Kamala Khan was there, and she was like, "Nick Fury, is this Avengers camp? What's going on?" And she hits the glass. Okay. And then as Captain Marvel is in Kamala's house, she's like, "What's going on?" The family's like, "Who are you? Where's my daughter?"
Yeah.
And so they're just swapping places. They fight a little bit. You see them fighting. You see them working as a team with their new suits. There was a hero shot. And then it ends off with them doing a rock, paper, scissors. And they swap places. And it's just a joke. But yeah, it looks good, man. I'm ready for that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to watch that.
Okay.
And finally.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
The last section we have here is Star Wars, baby. Which... Pretty good showing.
We didn't get a lot, but there's some good stuff, man.
There was some stuff. So we'll just go back and forth. You started off.
We got the announcement. Ezra Bridger has been casted by Iman Esfandi. Looks just like him for the live action show Ahsoka.
Yep. A lot of love for Ahsoka here. I'm talking Dave Filoni said it's passion project. Mm-hmm. He's super proud of it. Jon Favreau said the lightsaber fights are beyond anything they've ever done. I'm that's awesome. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Again, wish it was a movie. I really just wish it was a movie.
That would be an awesome movie, man.
I want to go see this in the theaters. I don't. Yeah. I can't stress enough how important that theater experience is for me when I consume some of this stuff. It's the distractions that come at home is
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
It's it ruins it, especially oh man, TV's a little bit farther away, is not as big as the big screen, all this kind of stuff.
Or
there's 100 things.
As Vader's saying, "You didn't kill me, Obi-Wan." The mom's in the kitchen. "Hey, what do you want from?" They're like, "Stop, Vader's." The moment's ruined. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Exactly. I just want to go to the theater and watch this and have an emotional experience. Anyways, Bad Batch Season 2 arrives January 4th, 2023. That is very soon. I really need to finish Bad Batch.
I'm already I'm too far gone. I can't.
I'm going to watch it. People said it really picked up in the end, so I'm going to do it.
But
Clone Wars over Bad Batch, writer. Gotta watch Clone Wars.
I'll get there. If anything, I'm looking forward to this Tales of the Jedi. But we'll talk. Okay, Star Wars Acolyte. We didn't get anything on this, unfortunately. We got some casting. Jodie Turner-Smith is said to be the lead, as well as Lee Jung-jae. I think we might have talked about this last week. The main actor from Squid Games. Okay, cool. Yeah. Main actor from Squid Games. He's going to be the main lead as well in Acolyte. This film's late fall. And again, a lot of the projects, Kathleen Kennedy would say, "We don't have any footage. We're shooting next week, but we just wanted to bring the cast out." So that's kind of it.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Star Wars Acolyte, but it's not taking place in the exact time I was hoping it would take place. I really wanted High Republic, but this is only 100, 50 to 100 years before Phantom Menace. So I would say the generation of Jedis before Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Darth Plagueis and all that. They're diving into that.
Yeah.
They want to connect to that probably.
I'm sure they will. Yeah, so pretty cool. And then we have Tales of the Jedi, 6 animated shorts coming to Disney Plus on October 26th. Now, it says 6 animated shorts, but it said 2 tales. There was 2 stories that are going to be told during this, so I don't really understand how that shakes out and breaks down, because all I want to see the Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn one really bad, and then the Ahsoka one looks pretty interesting also, because I'm not really sure what the story is they're going to tell with Ahsoka.
I think what Jon Favreau was saying, there's going to be 2 parts, first 6 episodes drop, and then the next 6 episodes are coming. So I think it's going to be 2 parts as in 12 episodes. 6 parts each.
Oh.
Yeah, which separate stories, but he was like, first part of 6 episodes drops, and then the next part comes later on. That's what he said.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
We got
very excited for this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's in Clone Wars animation style and stuff. Liam Neeson's son voices young Liam Neeson in this, and then Liam Neeson voices an older Liam Neeson in the show too.
That's
like all that kind of stuff.
That's so cool. Wow. We got a little first look at Skeleton Crew. John Watts came out. You know, you're getting some hype. Jude Law came out as well. We just got a photo of Jude Law. Of course, this is about kids getting lost in space and kind of what that means. John Watts style. You know how it is. John Watts.
John Watts, doing his thing. And then we have the first look at Mandalorian, The Mandalorian Season 3. Bo-Katan wants her saber back. Ryder, help me wish this into existence that The Mandalorian Season 3 will not be fetch questy, and The Mandalorian Season 3 will have a cohesive storyline all the way through and not make zero progress in an entire season. Because, God, I love watching it, but I really want some progress in the story.
Based on the trailer we saw, I want to say Mando and Baby Yoda just want to go about their life. They just want to be happy. But Bo-Katan and them are what, they're kind of... Because I don't think Mando wants to bring the child anywhere. They just want to enjoy their life. But Bo-Katan is like, yo, give me your saber. You're not a Mandalorian. And she's like getting involved in his life. I think that's what it is.
I never watched the last episode of Book of Boba Fett. So I don't know if that changes things. I should probably watch it. I watched all of it and I was like, Book of Boba Fett, like it's getting okay. And then it sucked and I was like, I don't even have the will to watch the last episode of this.
I would watch probably the last 5 minutes of Boba Fett because that's the only Mando part we got, I think.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
So
yeah, that's all the Star Wars news. I was hoping for like a announcement of something they're doing new instead of just updates on things they're already doing.
I think Armor Wars was the only new thing. For like
and that was
everything.
already leaked out of the world. So
there's nothing else. I mean, because
it's true.
They haven't even shot anything, or so it's gonna be a long time. Next Comic-Con, I say.
And that was D23. That was it. That was everything. Pretty awesome.
Vincent telling me no more Riders. Stop talking about it.
No more D23. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's not what I mean. Yeah, it's good stuff though.
We got this little DC thing here. I don't know if you want to talk about it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, go for it. You go.
Black Adam released a new trailer and a new poster. The day of... No, I'm not going to say this. We got an in-depth look at the Justice Society of America. And coincidentally, did you see the post about the Queen? The Queen passed. And they were saying that... Didn't he release his poster and his trailer the same day or something like that? Or
I don't know, maybe.
Which is kind of like horrible timing. Gosh.
The new trailer looks okay, I guess.
It looks a lot more cooler CGI wise. I think they're definitely working on it, and the Justice Society is great, but I don't know. Let's see how their marketing is.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch this movie. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. I'm so interested to hear your thoughts.
I've seen all the properties of DC except Aquaman. I haven't seen Aquaman yet.
Oh, that's borderline one of the best ones.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
God, you have too much to watch, man. Oh, that's good.
But I'm so excited, Ryder, because Rian Johnson is back with Knives Out Glass Onion, which screened at TIFF this week, Toronto International Film Festival, and people are absolutely raving about it. Currently sitting at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is lovely to see. I'm sure it'll go down. That's just like, critics at the very beginning. But Rian Johnson would be up for Knives Out cast members returning in other sequels. He said, if we can put Jamie Lee Curtis in a mustache as another character, I'll do it in a heartbeat. That's pretty funny. But he said he never wants to stop. And Daniel Craig says he's good to go. He's ready. He's ready to just do way more of these. So
keep him going.
I can't wait. I heard this is better than the original Knives Out, which is... I was only looking for as good. That's all I wanted, was as good as Knives Out.
Yeah, the cast looks amazing. And I mean, Daniel Craig, he's like, just give him a whole French. I mean, he's amazing. And seeing his Benoit Blanc, I'm like, this is good. Yeah. Fresh take. Just keep going. They
haven't announced the theatrical run for this yet, but I'm really hoping we can go to see the theater. It's going to go straight to Netflix.
Yeah, but, sure.
I'm telling you, man, when I saw Knives Out, when I saw an early screening of Knives Out, and Rian Johnson was there, and I met him and got to talk to him and got a picture with him and stuff. That was easily one of the coolest,
moments.
Really one of the coolest moments ever for me. I always think about how cool that was. Awesome, I got to tell Rian Johnson that The Last Jedi was the best Star Wars movie ever,
and he'll remember that.
Got a picture with him. He was just so nice. He was so happy that we were all watching Knives Out and we liked it because it was a big risk for him to do this movie. And it was such a cool experience, bro. Man.
And because of you, that's partly the reason why he said, I'm more proud of Last Jedi. Because of people like you that told him.
Because of me.
You remember, it adds up. It adds up.
Exactly.
Okay, so
yeah.
There's this director, don't know if you heard of him, Steven Spielberg. He has a new film coming. Little guy.
Little dude.
Coming called The Fablemans, which the trailer just released. This stars Paul Dano, Michelle Williams, Seth Rogen, Judd Hirsch, and Gabriel LaBelle. Man, this movie is almost an autobiographical about his life.
It is.
Yeah, and have you seen the trailer yet?
I did.
It looks visually just so Spielberg. It's so good.
Yeah, it looks sad, bro. It just looks really sad, which is okay. I'm sure it will be. Some reviews coming out of TIFF for this one was that it's not Spielberg's best work, but it elevates his other movies. Like you watch this and then you go back and watch other things, you're like, whoa.
I bet. Whoa. There's like honor. Yeah, there's probably like little hints of like, oh, I could see how that story was made. I can get the hint that this is going to be very much like an honoring of his mother and his father, because it looked very much beautiful of like, I love my mom and dad. This is for you. Like, oh, it's going to be emotional.
Well, it's tough. I mean, in the trailer, you see they get divorced. Like his parents like get divorced, and one of them, I think his mom doesn't want him to make movies, or his dad doesn't want him to make movies. Like one of them is against it. So it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. They said it'll inspire people. Like totally, this movie will inspire people.
Easy.
So I can't wait to watch it.
I'm sure he put his heart, man, his whole heart and soul into this. Oh,
he's gotta.
Okay. I had put about Knives Out. We talked about that.
I didn't watch the trailer for Knives Out. I'm not planning on it.
Don't watch it. Don't even see. No.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
I saw it. It's great, but don't watch it. But you watch it, Vince. But there's no hints of anything. Luckily, like the marketing was good, because for me, I see a trailer like that, I'm already gonna be like, I know who did it. But
he's the killer.
I wasn't able to at all.
That's good. Okay.
Final
news story of the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say one last light news.
Nicolas Cage and Joel Kinnaman will star in the psychological thriller Symphony for the Devil. This film follows the driver, Kinnaman, and the passenger, Cage, the mysterious man he has forced to drive or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Symphony for the Devil. Weird. It's Nick Cage. He's in a bunch of weird movies, and 50% of them hit so hard, and 50% of them are the worst movies you've ever seen. So like, I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What?
No. I'm just talking to you. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it for all of our news. Man,
Great.
It was a busy weekend. It was a fun time, though. We had a fun time. And let's get into what we've been watching. Well,
yeah, you go first.
As for what I've been watching, so Don't Worry, Darling was the recently film that I've seen. So I put a review up for that. There's of course shows like Rings of Power and House of Dragon. That's really in this past week, because there was a lot of busy times.
Yeah, there's a lot of TV shows for me this week. I started Cobra Kai, the new season.
Oh, that's out.
I watched 2 episodes of that. It's pretty good. I like it so far. It's totally more of the same, and it is getting a little tiresome. It's very over dramatic. Sometimes you're like, I get it. It's cool. But then there's other plot points they're setting up that are like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch this. Can't wait to see what happens. So that's good.
I'll watch it soon.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
And then I watched The Upside with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston, which is very good. Bryan Cranston's a paraplegic, and Kevin Hart is like someone that has to take care of him. And it's really wholesome. Really good movie. I really liked it.
That's good.
I watched The Twins, which is Mary-Kate and Ashley, which is a documentary about them. Because I was kind of obsessed with them, and so I was, I had to watch this little documentary. It was interesting. It was fine.
That's wild.
Actually, you know what? No, the documentary sucked, but it was interesting that other people had the same experiences that I did. Like watching Mary-Kate and Ashley and being kind of obsessed with them for a little bit of childhood. And then finally, I watched Charade, which is from the '60s. It's a spy movie with Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant. It was very good. Cary Grant's the guy from North by Northwest, the main character there. And it was great. Like Audrey Hepburn has like $250,000 hidden, and these people are trying to go after it, and I liked it a lot. It was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Yeah, this next week, as I'm going back to classes, I'm gonna have to start watching more films. So hopefully next week I'll bring you some new stuff that I've been watching. But you got some good recommendations, some good stuff. That's cool. I also wanted to point out real quick, at Expo, I saw Alakwa Cox, who plays Echo. she was walking around with her whole crew.
Oh, that's epic.
It was so awesome because I was trying my best to get her attention to wave to her. She did see me. She did see me and wave, and I was like, "That's all I need," you know.
That's cool. You didn't try to say, "Oh, Aqua."
No.
Here,
God, stupid.
I'm so glad.
No, that would have been horrible. There was so much ASL representation there, though. There was a lot of like disability support for everybody, like throughout the whole
That's
expo,
really
which
cool.
I thought was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's just seeing her and seeing her circle around her. I was like, I need to learn ASL. Like, I've been wanting to so bad, but
it's true.
Because there were people going up to her and then just signing and talking to her, and I'm like,
yeah, that's awesome. And she probably super appreciated that too.
Yeah.
You know?
And I was like, I need to get on this because
yeah,
I appreciate the language and I want that's something I would want to learn. But it was cool to see her.
Definitely.
I was like, dude, that's Echo. Like, she's not gonna be able to walk around here in about 10 years.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. I love that.
But that's it for us, Vince.
Good stuff, guys. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm pretty tired. I got to take a shower and get to work.
Okay.
Ryder, it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure with you as well. I had fun with you.
We had a great week at D23. Great D23.
We did. Yeah, I wanted to thank you for that, but we'll talk after. Ladies and gents, we want to thank you guys for listening at home, for watching all our stuff. It's been so amazing to see. We're very appreciative, very grateful for you guys. Stay tuned next week for episode 80. I can't believe we're on 80, a big one. And yeah, follow us on YouTube if you're listening on audio platforms. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out the audio platforms if you just want to listen to this whenever you can. Hop in our TikTok. Our social media will be linked down below for you guys. Our Discord, hop in to chat with us. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, everyone.
Peace out.